Hey everyone, just got a lot of questions on the box setup, what I used, how I kind of rigged it. So I thought I'd just go into something a little bit more in depth. Full disclaimer: I'm no professional YouTuber, no professional filmer. I'm not a engineer of any sort. I picked up a lot of these ideas from other YouTubers that have built these, and kind of just used my own fabrication and ideas to make my own design. So please don't hit me up or criticize me too bad. Like I said, I'm no professional here. So if you kind of like what you see, please shoot me a comment or something, or give me a thumbs up. But I hope you guys can just use this to kind of create your own for whatever model kayak you have, or if you have a Sportsman's 106 or 120, this will also work for you. So again, this is just a regular ammo can I picked up off of Amazon for about 10 bucks. Open it up inside. This right here is a 1/2 inch marine grade plastic. I'm not a professional router, but I used a little Allen wrench here where I drilled a hole through the shaft of the trolling motor. This prevents it from moving if it ever were to. I don't think it will. It's held together with a lot of JB weld and some depth collar, trolling motor depth collar mounts that are along the shaft. So I don't think this thing's going to put out too much torque where it's going to start wrenching it everywhere. But if we dig a little deeper, you just pop this Allen key up. It slides right through, just like that. Set that down. I put this here just to kind of help me wiggle it off. Again, 1/2 inch marine board. Here's the guts of the machine. So this is your speed controller. Again, got it off Amazon. It's about 25 bucks. The controllers right here will come with it. They're not attached only by these plugs right here, which you can take off. And I just drilled some holes, popped those in there, ran the wires through, and plugged them into their appropriate ports. The one thing that they could have done a little bit better on these is, if I zoom in, the attachments for these wires, they're really small. They're probably 22 gauge or something. But I threw a little extra solder on there in my own heat shrink, because I noticed when I was playing with them a little bit, with them moving, they did pop off. So I just reinforced everything. I held this to the back of the box with some of this, if you can zoom in, it's just this double-sided, it's almost like Velcro, but it's got the locking teeth. I think it's called like Duralock or something. It allows me, if I ever had to pull it off, I can. And it made it a lot easier when I mounted it in there to remove when I had to wire everything in. Down a little bit closer, you can see all the wires. So the smaller wires are going from the troller motor shaft that go down to the motor itself. There's 4 wires connecting here. The way this system works is there's going to be a battery down on the bottom down there. You can't really get down there, but it's labeled battery positive, battery negative, and then motor positive, motor negative. So starting off with the battery, this is the battery negative, obviously. And I used 8 gauge wire here. So you got battery negative, battery positive, and trolling motor negative, trolling motor positive. And as far as the way I did it, so I drilled a hole down here for the trolling motor, for the wires come up from the motor, they pop out here so that they don't affect the plastic board that goes on top or get in the way. The motors from the battery feed right here through this waterproof plug. I believe it's like a Wilderness Systems. They're on Amazon, which feeds into the Atwood male plug, which then feeds into the Atwood female plug for the trolling motor. Inside, at the very bottom, I have additional 1/2-inch marine plastic board, which is all cinched down with some stainless steel hardware. I use some caulking. At the underneath the 1/2-inch board is some marine plastic JB weld, just to kind of sandwich everything together. On the inside here, this is a depth collar for the Minn Kota Endura trolling motor. It came with it when I bought it. I use it just for some added protection. That's JB welded on there as well. All of this rests on a 3/4 inch piece of marine grade plastic, which I purchased from Navarre Kayaks. He makes, if you don't already know who he is, which I'm sure most of you in the kayak community do, he makes a lot of aftermarket parts for certain kayaks. This one specifically is for the Sportsman's 106 and 120 PDLs. So it worked out perfectly. I also threw some JB weld underneath that after I got it all positioned and where I wanted it to, and then run some marine grade black caulking around there just to add any additional protection from water. All that was sandwiched together with the hardware, like I said. And if you come up underneath, I recessed the hardware just so that it fits nice and clean. And also on the bottom, you'll see an additional Minn Kota depth collar. Once again, that's just to protect from any movement. It worked really good when I was setting the heights and getting everything kind of put together. On top, I just ran, just put a plastic cap right here just to make it look a little bit clean. Got that at Lowe's. Again, most of this stuff is either from, actually 99% of the stuff is from Amazon, with the exception of the hardware. I got that at Lowe's. So yeah, I mean, super easy to put together, honestly. I took some time really to getting everything fabricated and JB welded together. Took the longest, obviously. You got to make sure it dries. But from there, like I had said in the previous video, plugs in here, the wires run from here through the hull back up to the back end here where it pops out right here. You can have it go anywhere, but I have an amped outdoors 60 amp hour battery, which fits perfectly under the seat. So that's what worked for me. I actually weighed this just before making this video, and it weighs right over 15. It was 15.14 pounds, so not too heavy. It's a lot lighter than the pedal drive that goes in here. So that's my build. I hope you guys kind of explains a few little things. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll try and answer them the best I can. Again, like I said, I'm no professional here. Just kind of my way of putting things together based on other people's ideas. So I can't take any credit here. I just really surfed YouTube and find out a lot of people that had the same ideas, but I just kind of made it my own. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please hit me up. I'd be glad to answer them. I hope that clears up a few things. If you have any more questions, I can make any more videos on how everything works. So hopefully get this thing on the water. I'll do some more videos on updates as far as performance goes. So thanks, guys.